I am Anupam Srivastav, an associate professor at Department of Mathematics at University of Albany. And I teach a lot of math courses, and this semester I am teaching a class in linear algebra and a class in history of mathematics.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm originally from India, but I have lived in New York State for 20 years.
And how long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 25 years. I graduated from University of Illinois 25 years ago. And then I taught in Texas, Illinois, and now in New York.
Oh, so you taught in Texas, Illinois, and now New York. Okay, what was your first day like teaching ever?
Well, the first day actually was not as a professor. It was as a teaching assistant. Perhaps you know that if you take a calculus class here, we have graduate students. So that's how I started teaching. So I applied to graduate school in Illinois. And then I joined I came 1 week before the semester began from India. And they said, well, you have to teach calculus next week.
Were you nervous at all?
But it's a subject that I know well.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous in terms of teaching and going in front of students. But apart from that, I was okay.
Did being from India affect your teaching, like communicating with students and stuff?
I don't think so that much, because in India, English is a kind of official language, though it's not mother tongue. But the university level education is done in English. So the only problem was maybe the accent. Apart from accent, it was okay.
So did you do things to try to reduce your accent, or?
I did not take any class for that. It's just they said I was okay, and people could follow me, and perhaps my accent has changed by living here for a long time. But still, I'm sure some of my ways of speaking persist, I think. It's a combination of both. But I did not take any sort of official class or anything for that.
Okay. What advice do you have to teachers that have strong accents and can't communicate with their students clearly?
Well, I think they need to make more friends with the American people who are here and talk to them, maybe watch a lot of movies, TV, so pick up the accent and talk to the students and, identify perhaps a few words which are problematic and change those. Because in math, once you're doing math, it's mostly numbers and equations. So it's, I think, not that big of a problem as compared to, say, some other fields.
So do you have any problematic words like before that you used to stumble over? I
think maybe it was only some spellings which I had earlier. My spellings are more British. For example, color, I write C-O-L-O-U-R. So that's the difference between American English and British. So I think but generally, once you pick up the American way of saying things, but still there are students even now who may not be able to follow me that well.
Do you have a story of a time where being from India affected your conversation with students or anything? Do you have a story? There
were some problems perhaps sometime in the class, but then they came to see me in the office hour. Then you discuss the concept again, and then it was okay.
Do you think it's more the material that they didn't understand, or your accent?
I think it was more of a material they didn't understand. Perhaps in class, when you're doing things quickly, maybe and they missed a word or something, and then they fell behind. But when they came to the office hour and went it over slowly, then there was no problem.
Do you have any advice for students that want to be teachers but are afraid to because they might not be from America? Do you have anything that you would say to encourage them to do so?
You can improve your skills, and if you will have passion for math and also for teaching, then it's a good combination. You can be a math teacher.